A record number of Florida homeowners are deciding to make the shift away from expensive utility power, but there are several key things to consider when looking into solar this year, especially if you want to lock in your best deal. Joining us now to explain that and more, Wyatt, Everhart, meteorologist and advisor with Solar Energy World. It is good to see you in person.
Natalie,
I love being able to say that. How are you?
It's great to be with you here on the Morning Blend. Exciting to be here.
Okay, let's dive right in, though. I touched a little bit about changes. I mean, I feel like there are always so many changes, and let's be honest, Florida, people continuing to move here, it's putting stress on our grids. We're seeing the higher energy bills, and then take into consideration some of these incentives for solar are starting to go away.
Well, they're certainly potentially changing, Natalie. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. Right now, we know a couple of things. Number one, at least for 2025, we still have that maximum federal solar incentive tax credit, which is great. But we don't know the future on that, right? Especially federally, things could be changing. Secondarily, we say, look, especially if you're watching toward the Orlando area in particular, but really anywhere in Florida, net metering incentives, which is really that big payback where you get, one-to-one credit for every piece of energy you produce on your roof with solar. That full credit beginning to potentially change, especially in Orlando specifically. So we say anyone watching for there, but really anywhere in Florida, you should be looking to grab those maximum paybacks, those maximum incentives for going solar, getting away from that expensive utility power. Now's the time to lock that in.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad we're addressing that first and foremost. And one thing that we don't want to talk about, but we need to. We have went through quite the fall, and so many people didn't have power for extended periods of time. And backup solar, that's the people that will really be able to continue with their day-to-day life on a regular basis.
Yes, two big things I want to say when it comes to hurricanes and solar in Florida, in the Sunshine State. Obviously, it's on the top of many of our minds here, especially in the central part of the state. You think about Helene, you think about Milton, all the damage still being repaired. And yet we find at Solar Energy World, at the level we build our systems, all of our installed customers, to a one in Tampa, in Sarasota, they had perfect performance from their systems in the wake of the storm. No panels went flying off roofs, nothing like that. We build this to the highest Miami-Dade code anywhere we install in Florida. And secondarily, those who had battery backup systems, you talk about a godsend. I mean, these people had power day after day in the wake of the storm. The sun came back out. There was no power on the grid, as we all know. And yet they were able to run off those battery systems. Generators can work great with solar too, but I'm telling you, when you have the battery system, it's completely seamless, and there's no need to keep running outside and filling that thing up with gas, right?
Right. Hey, well, in closing too, I want to ask about one thing. I mean, we have heard of other solar companies that are out there. If you are going to make this investment in your home, you want to know you're aligning yourself with the best. Talk a little bit about, or maybe even brag a little bit on why you think this is the route to go.
I think on the one hand, it's exciting to see the growth of solar in Florida, the Sunshine State, right? So many companies. And yet, when that also means for anyone looking into solar, there's more chances to maybe make the wrong choice. We say, look, a couple of things. Number one, make sure you're looking at a true installer, which Solar Energy World is. We're not some marketing company that's going to subcontract this out. Make sure the company has a long history, at least 10 years. We've been 16 years now. Reviews and ratings, always check those out. We're now ranked top 6 in the country by Solar Power World magazine, and we have those positive reviews online. You want to see all of those things, and just make sure that you don't get burned in the process of going solar. And we know you'll probably get burned for sure if you stay utility with all the rate hikes, but you want to make sure you get that high quality installation, especially here in obviously what is Hurricane Alley.
And you know what? We were talking about, of course, taking advantage of all the incentives that you can, which is why now is a smart time. Let's go ahead and give another special. In fact, if you mention the Morning Blend, you can get one, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to give you that free power production analysis for your home, a free custom solar design. Just give us a call, 877-SOLAR-TV or solarenergyworld.com.
I like it. Good stuff, Wyatt. Great to see you.
Great to see you.